Have you ever wondered what could happen if Africa formed powerful alliances that the world couldn't ignore? Today, we're diving into a story that's making waves: Burkina Faso's bold decision to rekindle its relationship with North Korea. But that's not all. Russia is also stepping into the picture, making this alliance even more intriguing. This isn't just about politics. It's about Africa standing tall, making strategic moves, and potentially reshaping global power. Why is this so important? Because it shows Africa isn't just a bystander anymore. We're playing on the global stage, making decisions that could impact everyone. Imagine a future where African nations decide who they partner with, not because they're told to, but because it's in their best interest. Sounds exciting, right? Before we dive into the full story, if you're passionate about Africa's rise and want to stay updated on the latest developments, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon. You won't want to miss what we've got in store. Back in 2017, Burkina Faso decided to cut ties with North Korea. Why? Well, the country was under massive international pressure. The United Nations, along with many Western countries, was concerned about North Korea's nuclear program. To show they were on board with global security efforts, Burkina Faso suspended its diplomatic relations with Pyongyang. But here's the thing: this decision wasn't entirely voluntary. Western nations were pushing hard, and Burkina Faso, like many other countries, felt it had no choice but to comply. But was this really in their best interest? Fast forward to today, and things have changed dramatically. President Ibrahim Traore has taken the reins of power in Burkina Faso, and with him, a new vision for the country's future. He's not just following the playbook handed to him by the West. Instead, he's making bold moves that are raising eyebrows across the globe. One of his most surprising decisions: reinstating diplomatic relations with North Korea. Now, you might be wondering, why would Burkina Faso, a country that distanced itself from North Korea just a few years ago, suddenly decide to renew those ties? The answer lies in strategy and survival. Burkina Faso has been facing numerous challenges, from security threats to economic instability, and President Traore recognizes that relying solely on Western support comes with strings attached. So, what's the alternative? Diversifying their alliances. By reconnecting with North Korea, Burkina Faso is looking to tap into resources and expertise that were previously off-limits. This partnership isn't just about politics. It's about military equipment, healthcare, agriculture, and more. North Korea, despite its international isolation, has developed a range of skills that Burkina Faso can benefit from. Think about it. Access to new technology, military support, and agricultural expertise could be a game changer for a country that's been struggling to find its footing. But this move isn't just about what Burkina Faso can gain. It's also a statement. By aligning with North Korea, a nation that's often seen as a pariah in the eyes of the West, Burkina Faso is challenging the global order. They're saying, we'll choose our own partners and we won't be told who we can and can't work with. Isn't that a powerful message? Now, let's talk about Russia's role in this evolving story. Russia, under President Vladimir Putin, has been forging stronger ties with nations that, like North Korea, are often sidelined by the West. Recently, Putin himself visited North Korea, signing agreements with Kim Jong that promise mutual aid and support in times of aggression. This isn't just about Russia looking out for North Korea. It's part of a broader strategy to challenge Western dominance. By aligning with nations that the West tries to isolate, Russia is building a network of alliances that could shift the balance of global power. Putin's actions are a clear signal that Russia intends to be a key player in a new multipolar world order. This deepening partnership with North Korea also positions Russia as a counterweight to Western influence in regions like Africa, where countries like Burkina Faso are seeking alternatives to Western control. As more nations join this emerging coalition, the traditional power dynamics that have long favored the West may start to unravel. The question now is, how will the West respond to this growing challenge to its global supremacy? For Burkina Faso, this presents an opportunity. By aligning with both North Korea and Russia, Burkina Faso is positioning itself as part of a new global alliance that could reshape power dynamics. Russia brings to the table vast resources and a willingness to support nations that defy Western norms. This could mean enhanced military cooperation, investment in critical sectors like mining and infrastructure, and even support in international forums where Burkina Faso's voice might otherwise be marginalized. But let's consider the implications. What if more African nations decided to follow Burkina Faso's lead? What if they started forming alliances that didn't depend on Western approval? The global balance of power could shift in ways we haven't seen before. Africa could become a force to be reckoned with, not just a region to be exploited. Such a shift could empower African nations to negotiate on their own terms, securing deals that genuinely benefit their people. This could also lead to a stronger, more united Africa that demands respect and equal standing on the global stage. And speaking of shifts in power, let's not forget about the West's reaction. The United States and European countries are already on high alert. They see Burkina Faso's renewed ties with North Korea, coupled with Russia's involvement, as a direct challenge to their influence in Africa. And they're not happy about it. But here's the thing, Africa doesn't have to play by their rules anymore. President Traore's decision is a clear sign that Burkina Faso, and perhaps other African nations, are ready to chart their own course. But it's not just about defiance. This partnership could have real, tangible benefits for Burkina Faso. The country has been in dire need of military support, especially with the growing internal and regional security challenges it faces. North Korea, with its extensive military infrastructure, could provide the equipment and training Burkina Faso desperately needs. And Russia, with its wealth of resources and expertise, could help fill in the gaps that Western aid has left behind. Cooperation in sectors like mining and agriculture could help boost Burkina Faso's economy, making it more self-reliant and less dependent on Western aid. But let's not pretend this is without risks. Aligning with North Korea and Russia could alienate Burkina Faso from some of its traditional allies. The West has already expressed its concerns, and there could be consequences. Sanctions, diplomatic pressure, or even attempts to destabilize Burkina Faso's government could be on the horizon. But then again, isn't taking risks part of what it means to be independent? Is it time for Africa to start making bold moves that aren't dictated by external forces? So, where does this leave us? Burkina Faso's decision to renew ties with North Korea and strengthen its relationship with Russia is more than just a diplomatic maneuver. It's a reflection of a broader trend in Africa. Nations looking to assert their sovereignty, make their own decisions, and build alliances that serve their interests, not those of the West. And as we watch this story unfold, one thing is clear: Africa is on the rise, and the world is taking notice. Now, what do you think? Is Burkina Faso paving the way for a new era of African independence, or are they walking a dangerous path? Could this alliance with North Korea and Russia be the key to unlocking Africa's potential, or does it come with too many risks? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the African Web. Hit that bell icon so you never miss out on the stories that matter.